Hey Hunties, hope we are all fine, dandy and well wherever we are watching this in the world today. As you can tell, we're not in the studio anymore, so we are actually in my kitchen because I have decided to start doing we'll call it a segment onto this channel that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, in the old house, the kitchen just wasn't at all laid out for something like this. And this is one of the reasons I fell in love with this house, was when I saw this, I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. It's perfect for progressing this channel, helping progress this channel. It's not the only reason we moved, obviously, but yeah, it just was a big factor in helping. So this section is, basically, I just want to do some baking, and I enjoy cooking, enjoy baking. It's like a big passion of mine. I would never want to do it for a living, which is why I don't work in a kitchen. But it's just something that I want to kind of bring to the channel, me in drag, just getting baked. That's not what I meant. But we'll roll with it. So welcome to Getting Baked with Abby. So the first recipe that I'm going to do is probably the recipe that I've known for the longest of times. It was the first recipe that I ever learned to make by myself, and that was banana loaf. So I'm going to grab all of the ingredients together and we can get started. So I've now gathered all of my ingredients. Probably should have done that in the first place before I'd started getting all into makeup, because that was just dramatic AF, like trying to bend down to the lowest cupboards, wig coming all up in my face. And because I went for a run earlier today, my legs are starting to be painful, so this is super fun. However, we are going to get on with things, and we are going to start with the most important ingredient in banana loaf. They may say medium-sized overripe bananas. I like bananas to be big. Hello. What else does this look like? Got a little innuendo whilst baking. Yeah, I like to have bananas quite large. I like banana loaf to actually taste banana-y. Otherwise, it's just kind of pointless in my eyes. I don't see why people are like, I don't like this banana loaf. It's too much banana. It's a freaking banana loaf. Of course, it's going to taste like banana. Hello, that's what it's supposed to be. So I like to have my bananas nice and big, so that they have a lot of flavour to them. Well, I say a lot of flavour to them. They give most of the flavour to the actual banana loaf. So that is one. What was that on? 1 skin, 2 skin, 3 skin. Oh, it all fell off! If I was peeling back skin, that's not what I want to happen. Anyway, oh, excuse you, whoever that was. Oh, somebody liked Ginger Jedi. That is, who's Ginger Jedi? It's Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Stick that in the bin. Quickly wash my hand because I've touched a bin. I don't want to get in the bin. Charlotte's kitchen manager at my previous job role, so she's going to love the fact that she's like featured. I say featured in this video. She's not really featured in this video, but she liked my video she liked something else whilst I was making this video cooking. And she always did compliment me on my baking skills. So we have the bananas, and then next we are going to get some butter. Butter! I can't ever remember what that was from. It was something we kind of developed one day whilst on a course with work whilst I was in the RAF. This is, I think this is 2 ounces? 2 ounces of margarine. It's meant to be 2 ounces of margarine. So 2 ounces, 1 ounce I think is 28 grams, 25 grams. I have a thing over that. I'm going to quickly check. What does that say? 1 ounce, 25 grams. It's one of my favourite chopping boards that I've got. Is it has loads of different measurements. So we'll go for 50 grams of butter. That was 28 grams of butter. One of my original guesses. 54. Screw it. I'm not going to be that pedantic about it. Then we are going to add a cup of granulated sugar. Now, a cup is 128 grams, so quickly zero that. Now, I don't normally have... Oh, that's 125 grams of sugar. That's annoying. I don't normally have sugar just laying in a packet. I do have sugar in a proper sugar pot. However, it was just kind of leftovers from the last time I did some baking. I'm not going to be that disgusting and use a used spoon. God, it's all overflowing. Great. Now it's 132 grams. Oh well. We have more butter, we have more banana than we should, we have more thingy than we should. And last but not least for this step, I'm just going to get rid of the scales for now. I'm going to go in with 2 medium-sized eggs. And say don't drop shell in the baked goods, drop the entire shell in. Nice one, Abby. There we go. I know loads of people are going to be like, I can't believe you're not wearing a hairnet, that's so disgusting. Can you imagine me in a hairnet? Dinner lady style? And that's a constant argument, realistically. Always the argument. It's the breakfast, dinner, tea argument, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now, to me it's breakfast, lunch, dinner because you have breakfast and brunch, which equals lunch. Now, when Northerners say breakfast, dinner, tea because of dinner ladies. Now, that's obviously not what I believe. I get the reasoning behind it, but then if you're going to argue with the true Northerner Sarah Millican, because she says breakfast, brunch, 11's is lunch, afternoon tea, proper tea, dinner, supper, 11's is, and then a midnight snack that can last anything up to 8 hours. You go argue with her and tell me that you go tell her that she's wrong. So we're going to mash all of this together. All nice and mushed up. This is weird with a wig because it's like there's always hair. Is this what it's like to be Nigella Lawson? You stick that in the microwave, eh? I have basically put a ton of hairspray in this, so hopefully none of these wig hairs should come out. So that's all nice and mashed up. We're gonna bring in a wooden spoon just to give it a good mix together. Make sure there's no lumps left. Probably shouldn't put the thing into there. And that is step 1 done. Now step 2 is to add, you don't have, this is optional, you don't have to add the next bits. I prefer to do it, it says sultanas, walnuts, as like the traditional kind of 2 that you'd put in, or rather raisins and walnuts. I put in sultanas, walnuts, chocolate chips and glacé cherries, just because I really like having glacé cherries and things. These are both half bags from the previous time I made them, so I know I'm getting the right amount here and I don't have to weigh them. So I'm going to stick in half of the raisins, because I like my banana loaf to be nice and fruity, kind of like me. Walnuts. Get those nuts away from my face. Glacé cherries. This is just a whole tub of glacé cherries. Yeah, glacé Morello cherries I've got here. I don't know what the difference between normal glacé cherries and glacé Morello cherries is, but I really don't. And then normally I would just do 1 bag of dark chocolate chips. However, from the previous bake that I did, I have 3 bags of, like a 3rd bag of each. So I'm just going to stick all of those in. Excuse the branding, I probably should have figured that out. Oh well. Other shops are available. And give that a stir. Yeah, all nicely mixed in together. Now, sometimes at this stage, or in the past, I have added, cocoa powder. However, the problem I have is I always find it's too drying to the mixture. Just in general, and you just end up with a really dry cake. And I know we always talk about not wanting a soggy bottom. I mean, it depends what you're into. Personally, I prefer to use lube, but hey, everyone to their own. Now we're going to bring that back in, and we're going to do 2 cups of self-raising flour, which will be 256 grams. Do you like maths? Quick maths, off the top of my head. Now this is the bit that always gets messy. I hate flour. So yeah, 1 cup is 128 grams, so 2 cups, 256. Woo! 258, god damn it. Oh well. Get rid of the scales again, because you don't want to go over leaning on them and end up ruining them. And this is where we fold the mixture in, because you don't want loads of flour just bursting up out of everywhere. It'd be like, whatchamacallit? What was the TV show? And tonight, such and such, I'm going to be Stars in Their Eyes. That's one. Who posted that? Was it someone called Alan? I don't remember. I don't think I'm old enough. I mean, I'm old, but I don't think I'm old enough for that. Yeah, I'm gonna get this all nice and mixed in. Hopefully not have too much flour coming up and ruining the video. And that is a nice mixture. Now I've set the oven to 150 degrees, I think it was. This is the one that always gets me, is what the temperature setting is. 150 degrees. I've got it up here just like as a reference on my tablet. But yeah, that's the bit that always gets me, is the thing, because obviously baking cakes is normally a higher temperature, whereas you bake a banana loaf at a lower temperature for longer. So you bake it at 150 for an hour and 15. And that is all nice and mixed in now. So we are going to set that aside. I'm going to quickly grab the, oh, there's a random sultana. I'm going to grab my loaf tin. Where are you? And a loaf tin. Dr. Oetker loaf tin we have. Learning lessons for next time. Make sure you have everything out ready to go before you start your video. Abby, that is the lesson for next time. I already know what item I'm going to bake next. Don't you worry. It's another one of my favourites. And it's always gone down really well in the past with people. Like, so much so, people have asked me for the recipe and I'm like, no, it's my recipe. You don't get to have my recipe. Just have a quick drink of water. Gotta stay hydrated. Now I've seen that TikTok hack. I can't do it. So it is literally a case of that is what I do. Just stick it in and hope for the best. All the innuendo today, Abby. Come on. Get it in the microwave at this rate and spoon the mixture in. We do like spooning, don't we? What do you prefer? Are you a big spoon or a little spoon, viewers? Tell me in the comments below, which spoon do you prefer to be? Now, obviously, as a natural woman, I like to be a little spoon. However, my fiance definitely prefers me being big spoon. That is just the truth of it. There's no shade there. Like, I love being big spoon to him. Thankfully, we're the same height as well. So, or I think there's like a centimetre difference. So it doesn't, it's insubstantial at that rate. And I get to be the nice big spoon. I can't wait for him to get back from his deployment so that I can just give him cuddles because I miss him. I miss you, baby. Thank you, baby. Do you all like that parrot? It's so adorable. I'd love to have a parrot, but partner's allergic to feathers, so we can't even have feather pillows. It sucks. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm not mad at all. So that is the cake mix, all nice and evenly spread throughout the thing. It's a very dense loaf, like it's got good viscosity. So I'm gonna get that put into the oven and yeah, I'll see you in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not gonna bring the camera over here just to take a video close up to the oven of me just bending over and putting it. I mean, you don't want to see me bending over right now. I've got no tights on. I'm not even tucked right now. Like, no heels on, no tights on, no nothing, no pads. Like, Bob the drag queen's gonna come for me.
The question is, are you wearing padding right now?
I have a bra on.
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting in a chair, you whore.
Zoom in.
Shut up.
Expose her. Full padding, mama. You hear this? That's the sound of hard work.
There's a fire.
Started in my...
With that, you know, the hip pad in the pit stop thing going. So I'm not going to do all that zooming. Like, no, we're not there for that aesthetic. I'm going to stick this in the oven and we'll be back in an hour and 15 minutes. See you in a minute, honeytees. Honeytees? Honeytees. See you in a minute, hunties. And we're back. Don't note to self, don't ever go into singing. That is us returned. The oven's been off for about 10 minutes now because I was finishing off a different video. That's going to be 4 videos on the channel for today's one look. It's amazing what you can do when you actually put your mind to it, realistically, isn't it? So we're going to get the banana loaf out of the oven. I'm just going to grab 2 of my top flapping up here. We're going to go for orange and red. These are, they're German, they're crocheted like oven mitts. Like, my mum makes them, and she made me a rainbow set a few years ago. It's a bit weird that it's like, there's 7 of them, and there's 6 colours in the rainbow. Don't come at me, no. So we're going to get this out of the oven. I do apologise for anybody who just saw anything untoward there, because that would have been absolutely nasty. And we're going to get a knife, we're going to check, see how this is looking. Oh, that's beautiful, that. Some chocolate on there. Ooh. I think that is cooked fabulous. So normally I'd get this out and put it on a wire rack. However, when we moved house, we accidentally left the wire rack in the oven of the old house, and I still haven't got one for this one. So I'm just going to kind of shimmy this out of here. Sounds like wearing a Gore-Tex. Going marching in a Gore-Tex. Left, right. Only a few people are going to like actually understand that one. And I just realised I went in opposite directions. That was awful. So that's going to come out of there. I'm going to get that over to the sink. And yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely stunning piece. We're going to leave her to cool down, and I'll come back in a bit. I'm probably going to go get out of drag. I've been in drag for probably about 5 hours at this rate. We're going to go get out of drag. She's just going to get a picture of the middle towards the end, because I'm not waiting around for this to cool down to cut into it. No, ma'am, that's not happening. So yeah, that's going to chill out for a bit, just to cool down on the side. We'll put her on there so that we don't get any condensation. That's not how that was supposed to work. Ta-da! Well, join us next time on Getting Baked with Abby. I shall see you all on the next one. Bye, hunties.